Teller County is stretching into a new day, and so are we. The coffee is hot, the mountains are bright, and the stories waiting to be told are pure Colorado gold. This is Teller Time, where neighbors become guests, local moments become memories, and the heartbeat of our community comes through loud and clear. Settle in and take a breath, and let's dive into what's happening across our corner of the world. Hello, everyone. Moose is loose in Teller County. We'll be talking more about that later on. Moose may be loose outside, but we are coming to life from inside the Immer cabin, tucked just behind the Woodland Park Library, which coincidentally is operated by our sponsors, the Ute Pass Historical Society. You know, the folks who keep Teller County stories breathing. And as always, guiding you through it all with our trademark wit and talent, you have Charlie.
Hey.
And myself, Tom, ready to stir up another dose of high country banter and hometown brilliance. February has settled into Teller County. Main Street is bustling with new businesses and facades, and it's bringing that mix, some with pink and gold sunrises and a new challenge. So pour yourself a beverage, grab something to eat, and turn the distractions off, because this is Teller Time, and it's happening now. Our guest this morning is Dr. Stephanie Kaufmann, and she brings a mix of skill, heart, and service that makes her more than just a dentist. She's a force for good in Teller County. As a volunteer with the Colorado Mission of Mercy, she spent years providing free dental care to neighbors in need, showing up with the same compassion and steadiness she brings to her business. Welcome, Stephanie, to Teller Time.
Good morning.
All right. Thanks for joining us.
Good to see you.
Thank you.
And I just watched Tombstones and it was Doc Howard, right? And so can I call you Doc Kaufmann?
Sure.
Okay.
That's great.
Just, it's appropriate.
Tell us a little bit about what your nonprofit is.
So the Colorado Mission of Mercy has been in Colorado for 19 years. Every year they find a new location within Colorado.
We're here at the Colorado Mission of Mercy. It's free dental care, no questions asked, first come, first serve, for people that have often been putting off their care in order to take care of their children. With the economic situation that we're dealing with, just putting food on the table, clothing on their kids, transportation to the job, or several jobs, there's no money left for dentistry. So they just suffer. Well, this is an opportunity to remove the suffering that these people have been with for years. That's what the Colorado Mission of Mercy is all about.
I've been trying to get them to Teller County for quite some time, and we finally hooked them. So This is great. It is a nonprofit organization with its main dedication to provide free, high-quality dental care to those in need.
Nice.
So our main goal is let's get people out of pain and get us smiling again.
We don't make enough money to buy health insurance for our family, but we make too much money to get help with the state. My husband and I both work, and we both, pay bills and food and rent. So no money left to do anything else.
I guess self-esteem is the biggest problem for me, and work. I think it'll help both a great deal.
When you ain't got the front teeth, they're all broken and whatnot, people tend to, whether they mean to or not, kind of shy away or what have you, because they think that you're, maybe dirty or just poor. And there ain't nothing wrong with being either one, just it was our turn to get fixed. So I'm absolutely thankful that this place was here today. He's the best doctor I've ever had work on my mouth, ever. I have to honestly say that. It was in and done and finished like that.
So we bring in about 200 dentists into a site every year, about 100 hygienists, and overall about 800 to 1,000 volunteers.
Wow.
It is a machine.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So I'm thrilled to be here. Thank you for having me this morning.
Sure.
I just want to get the word out to everyone.
Yeah.
I don't want anyone in our county to miss an opportunity to receive this care. So.
So we have something going on. So you have your first is the September one.
Yeah, so we'll be in the Cripple Creek High School. It's going to be for patient care. It's going to be it's the 25th, which is a Friday, and the 26th, a Saturday.
Okay.
We set up a day before and tear down a day after.
I raised my daughter all by myself, working 2 jobs, and she graduated CSU 3 years ago and works in Denver now. Sometimes it feels like all you do is work and you never get any benefit from it, just to pay your bills, because there's nothing left over. And I wasn't always in this position, but things happened, and I gave one of the dentists this morning, when he told me they would go ahead and fix my teeth, I gave him a hug and started crying, you know. It's just like the fact that you guys would just do this. Thank you so much. I'm overwhelmed and overjoyed.
Yeah.
And what are the hours?
I would say get in line as soon as possible. It's first come, first serve.
Okay.
We open doors at 6 a.m.
6 a.m.
Yep.
Okay.
And we go until we just can't go anymore. There is a cutoff time. Sometimes that changes.
So there has,
Um,
I'm sorry, there must be a cost of some sort, right?
It's an enormous cost.
Yeah.
None of our volunteers are being paid. This is all volunteer.
Wow.
We ask for donations. So we have a pretty big campaign asking for donations and in-kind giving. And this is how we function. So
Well, that doesn't sound like an enormous cost. Sounds like
dentistry is extremely expensive.
Oh, I know it is.
So yeah, in order to run the clinic, we do need to.
You have to have
We
donations.
have to have the donations
Sure.
and the in-kind giving to put something like this together. It's just enormous. Cost to patients is zero, except the only thing I have to say is their time.
The problem is that these people have care that needs to be met, but they don't have a dentist to go to, either because of lack of income or lack of knowledge about why they should go to the dentist. And that's part of what we do today. We're not only taking care of the problems, but we're trying to educate them as to how they can try and prevent those problems from coming back again.
And so we're providing over $1 million of care
I see.
every year. If you're going into an average dental practice, this is what it would equate to.
Yeah.
So
is there any paperwork people will need to fill out before they go?
So when they
service?
come in, we'll have a evaluation of
Okay.
medical history. We have to make sure that we're keeping people safe.
Right.
There are some medical conditions that are contraindicated to surgical care or anything like that. But we'll make sure we do a good job of getting blood pressure. Sometimes we're checking blood sugar. Just a kind of a good evaluation of their medical care. They fill all that paperwork out here.
Okay.
At the clinic. And it's just, like I said, it's a fine-tuned machine. We have nurses and sometimes medical doctors on as part of our volunteers.
Wow.
We work people through systematically. So
Yeah.
we go through our health screenings first, or our health evaluations first. And then everybody gets their radiographs taken, their x-rays taken. So
Wow.
right in the door, you're getting, generally speaking, you get a panoramic film, some bite wing films, if anyone's familiar with what those are. That's several $100s
Yeah.
worth of care just walking into the door. So if you're a family of 4, that's already $1,000 worth of savings.
What is overwhelming for me is that we have all of these dentists and dental students and all these professionals that say, you know what, we're going to try to make a difference and help as many people as we can help today.
So you can come from anywhere.
Mm.
If you're from the moon, it's okay.
It's all right.
This isn't about boundaries and all that kind of stuff. This is about taking care of our neighbors. And the only
Nice.
thing we're concerned about is humankind. And so if someone shows up and needs a toothache, we want to help them.
We work for hugs, and we get a lot of hugs. There's a hug quotient that we have here, and it's very high. There's a lot of people that really appreciate and understand what we're doing for them.
Certainly you're not doing implants and all that. So what is the limitations that you have?
Right. And we have that on our forms that we're handing out to the public. Obviously, in 2 days, you can't place an implant in
No.
your store. So, but we do have some limited abilities to make full dentures.
Really?
We call them little flippers. So if you're replacing one tooth in the front, we can get those fabricated for people.
Wow.
So that's pretty amazing. We're using digital technology to,
Wow.
yeah, we can make crowns.
Nice.
So generally speaking, we're talking about the smiling teeth.
And you can do that at this.
It's all coming to us. We've got 2 big semi trucks that bring in all of our equipment and instrumentation.
Wow.
We have amazing lab technicians that are a big part of this. We actually have a division called Crown Town, and we can do root canals. Like I said, we have Denture City. We kind of make it fun for everybody. As fun as dentistry can be. But yeah, so we're doing fillings, extractions, root canals, non-molars, because that takes a little more time sometimes. We're doing cleanings for people who need them. A lot of pediatrics. So, I mean, we're talking, bring your 1-year-old to 101.
Wow.
Bring the whole family, because that's what this is about. It's taking care of the whole community.
Let's get in with that website again, Stephanie.
Yeah, so it's COMOM, so it's CO for Colorado, MOM, COMOM.org. And that'll explain a lot of what I'm saying right here today too. So if you don't get it here, definitely go onto the website. That's where also, if anyone wants to volunteer, they can fill out their information on that website, and we need volunteers. So there's a lot of campaigning going on just to get our patients there and to get the volunteers coming. So
okay, so I know you have this one you're talking about right now, September. Is this going to be your first event, so to speak, up here? And I guess Teller County?
First one ever
Yeah.
Okay.
in Teller County.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll tell you, I've been championing this area for quite a while. And I finally, I put a binder together,
Okay.
full of demographics, and kind of presented to the executive directors that, hey, look, you try to say no. And
Yeah.
they couldn't say no. So, one of the big issues was finding enough square footage for this. We need basically about 90,000 square feet to run this. It's huge.
Wow.
So, Cripple Creek's a little bit smaller. But they're the folks, they're my heroes, quite frankly. And I asked, and they were absolutely, let's talk about this. So,
Nice.
they were so welcoming, and I'm just so impressed with that whole school board up there and the superintendent, and it's just fantastic. So, we have some space challenges, but we're overcomers. We're going to figure it out.
Yeah.
Just run more efficiently.
Yeah.
So from that one little seed, hopefully, how often would you like to be able to do this, in the Teller County area or just in the area?
I would like to as often as we can.
Okay.
So there's kind of it's not in a bylaw or anything like that. They like to go into a different area every 5 years. I've been asking if that's a hard rule. It's really not.
No.
So, I could push that a little bit and see if we can get it right back here again, maybe sooner.
That'd be great.
But we'll see how this goes. And what I've said to the Mission of Mercy is that, look, Teller County is going to be the place. It's going to be your favorite place to go.
Oh yeah.
After 19 years, we're going to show you that we've got this and that you're going to want to come back.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's some good information on that. We covered, your website and when it's happening, and cover the age groups and everything as to who's allowed there, the cost or no cost. Donations are always, greatly accepted. So
halfway through the drive, they said, by the way, you are the state chair. So, oh,
okay.
that's fine.
Yeah.
We can do this. I've got good friends
Nice.
and neighbors up here. I know they can help me do this. So, so as we're working through this, they also nominated and elected me to the COMA board of directors. So I do have a little more insight. I can't speak for the board of directors. I'm just speaking individually, but, I think they're hoping to get a future site, a little bit more southwest.
Yeah.
So I think they might be working on that right now.
Okay.
So we'll kind of keep our fingers crossed for that part of our Colorado community. There's just so much need out there.
Right.
Oh yeah.
So have you tapped into Kiwanis?
I've talked with Kiwanis.
Okay.
So a big part of this is getting the word out. So
Okay.
I'm trying to, go to breakfasts and breakfast with Santa and setting up some booths, trying to
Yeah.
get some more information out to them.
They have bingo next Thursday, Mardi Gras bingo. So if I can get some flyers or I'll make some
Yes,
flyers, we'll put them on the table, the sign-in table. Is it going in, Charlie?
No, I was just, you might consider the farmer's market.
Sure.
It's every Friday starting the beginning of June,
Yeah.
and it goes through September. So
That's great. I
it
think
might be a good way for you because they get 3,000 to 5,000 people every Friday.
and I'm a big fan of farmers market.
Oh yeah, it's
So-
fun.
I think that's great. I've had some good opportunities to working or talking with community partnership.
Okay.
I've kind of loaded them with a bunch of paperwork and making sure we're getting the word out. I didn't even attempt this without talking to them first.
Okay.
They kind of inspired me too. And when I went to them and asked, hey, do you think there's a need? Can you do this? They
Yeah.
said, absolutely, please, let's do this. I just think the world of that organization. And,
Oh yeah.
I'm hoping they'll help me through some of this too. But, so we've done the breakfast with Santa,
Okay.
some other Kiwanis events, and then we have a Teller County senior health fair
Cool.
coming up,
Okay.
and I think I've got a table planned for that. I'm reaching
Okay.
down to Colorado Springs, talking with their dental society
Nice.
there. So, yeah, my social life has actually become.
Yeah.
I was going to say, are
I actually
you
have one now.
a social media person too, or do you have someone handling a lot of your social media?
They have their own.
Okay.
They have an Instagram page apparently.
But for up here, more specifically, getting the message out, like Lions Club and the Rotary Club, like you tapped into them.
That's a good,
Okay.
good idea.
The schools have a virtual
Schools.
backpack. They have the virtual backpack where you send in your flyer and it hits all 5 of the schools up here.
Excellent. Yeah.
Okay. So I don't know if, in addition to everything else you got going on with your kids and your business and this, I don't know if you have a specific social media person or are you a social media person too?
So working on that.
Okay.
Well, she'll be on his social media.
There you
So I'm
go.
starting with you, Tom.
Good. Well, we appreciate that. Yes. So we will definitely, this will be a very familiar topic on the podcast from now. I'll make sure we talk about this each time just to
Right.
keep, one more person within listening range is going to be very beneficial. So we will keep it at the top of our list and Charlie will do it on the website.
Yes.
All right. Moving right along. Let's get into our fun questions. Well, this is a fun one, but it's also probably, pretty good for you. What is the most unexpected comments someone has said to you before starting up a procedure? The dental
Okay,
procedure. Yeah.
so this was actually in dental school.
Yes. Okay.
So it was, I'm going to be numb before you give me that shot, right?
All right.
Well,
Hope so.
it's not how it works, but okay.
Yeah.
If you could ban one candy from existence purely to make your job easier, which one would get the boot?
I don't want to be like, some kind of candy hater, but, Tootsie Rolls, they're going to take their toll on people. So, if we could just put them on the shelf, that would be great.
What's the funniest reason someone has given you for avoiding their dental appointment?
Oh, boy, I don't know. For just not showing up. Wow, a lot of times flat tires come in, but
The cat ate my tooth, the dog ate my tooth.
Doc ate my tooth.
The dog ate my appointment. Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow.
yeah, well, I think that one.
Okay. If your dental chair could play theme music when people sit down, would there be one song more popular than others?
Maybe I get knocked down, but I get up again. I
Okay.
don't know.
All
Is
right.
that Chumbawamba?
I think, yeah,
It is.
Chumbawamba, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Chumbawamba, something like that. Yeah, you and me both. Okay.
Sorry.
From fun questions, we go into our lightning round questions. Simple, yes or no answer, 1-word answers. Mint or cinnamon floss?
Mint.
Okay. Coffee or tea?
Oh, coffee.
Yeah.
Power song in the office? What do y'all listen to on Siri or Alexa?
It's mostly 70s and 80s.
Hey.
That's the way to go.
I love
That's the
it.
way to go.
Yeah.
All right. So we mentioned this once, but worst candy for teeth, taffy or a jawbreaker?
I would say,
Jeez.
can we have a tie on
There
that?
you go.
one? Okay.
All right. Tying that All right. So before we send you off, can you tell us about a sweet favorite Mission of Mercy moment that maybe someone has conveyed to you had?
Oh, there are so many. And I'll tell you, this will be my 7th year, actually physically at a site. So first year being a site chair.
Yeah.
So yeah, uh, the biggest thing, and there's actually two. So the most heartwarming is when you see a patient come through first time in the morning, and then you see them throughout the day. And I'm always one of those people that check back in.
Mhm.
Hey, George, how are you? And he's like, smiling and crying.
Mhm.
And,
Wow.
and honestly, our payment is in hugs, and we get so many. Truly, we do.
I bet.
And it's just, you can't describe that feeling. It's amazing.
Yeah.
So second one was just last year. We were in Loveland just recently, actually in October. And being a site chair for this year, I was there to observe and from start to finish. And I have a 16-year-old son, and he is going to be helping me. One of my goals is to get our youth involved.
Okay.
I want them to see
Nice.
what this does
Yeah.
for your heart, and how much contributing to our community is bigger than playing a video game.
Right.
It's just, it can change your life.
Yeah.
And so we were walking back from one building to another up in Loveland, and he just stopped and he kind of looked over this enormous machine of people working. And I said, Zach, none of these people are getting paid. They're all here because they care.
Yeah.
They care about their neighbors. This is my tear-jerking moment.
Yeah, there you go.
That's awesome.
And Zach stopped and he said, Mom, this is the most amazing thing I've ever seen. And for that to touch some 16-year-old kid,
Wow.
Right.
it's amazing.
It is.
Do either of your kids want to follow in your footsteps?
Zach is dabbling with the idea. He's my science guy.
Okay.
McKenna's more into marketing and business. So she's going to be taking an important role here.
That's a nice
In Mission of
combination.
Mercy. She's going to help me with a lot of stuff. Zach's going to be very involved. Again, I want to get the youth involved.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's important.
let's show them what community is about.
Right.
Okay, so let's give them the date and the
Yep.
time. Let's give them all that information again with the website so everyone can go to sleep with that on their mind today.
Right. So for our patients, it's going to be the Friday and Saturday. And that's Friday, September 25th, Saturday, September 26th. We show up as volunteers on that Thursday, the 24th. And you can pick any day. We got to set up and tear down. So it's basically a Thursday through Sunday operation.
Wow.
All right. And yep.
Well, you gave us a really nice little care package here, and Doc Kaufmann, and so I am internal. I'm just excited.
Can I say I'll be your huckleberry?
Yes, you
Okay,
can.
great.
That'd be great. So, anyway, no, I thank you very much for that, and what you're doing is just tremendous. Like you guys said, I don't think it's been up here before. It's never been in the county, and it is well needed. I've heard of these things in other parts of the country, and they've been very successful. So I'm sure yours will be too, and we'll do everything we can to help out on that.
I'll need that help. I need the whole community to back me up on this. And so I'm definitely reaching out, asking for that, just to create awareness, give us, some cheering maybe.
Yeah.
Just to keep it going. We've got to stay inspired.
Oh, yeah.
We'll look at your information. There you go. Yep. Yep. And yeah, I'll look at my schedule, but I think maybe I might be able to scoot up there and Cripple Creek.
Oh, that's great.
Nice. For a while and do some fun with that. But yeah, and I'll look on a Facebook page or see if you're on Facebook and start cross posting that with all my stuff too. So
Great.
Excellent. Well, this is very exciting. I'm very pleased to have you here, and it's some good information. So Dr. Stephanie leaves us with a kind reminder that sticks long after the microphones cool down. Skill matters, but heart is what changes the community. She knows what it looks like when compassion becomes a habit, but not a headline. Thank you, Stephanie, and we look forward to having you back.
So grateful for both of you. Thank you.
Thank you again. And yeah, we'll have to have you back before the event.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly. Yeah, we'll put that on the calendar, and actually maybe we can get that marked down. If you can look that far ahead, we'll lock it in before you leave today then. Yeah. Get ready for some interesting did you knows. Okay, and you can either answer these, or you can just let me ramble on.
No,
What?
ramble away, ramble,
You're hiding from me.
ramble away, buddy.
Did you know the first toothbrush with bristles was invented in China in the 1400s? It was originally made from hog hair.
Yum.
Okay, yeah, exactly. Okay, Charlie, did you know you're actually taller in the morning than at night because your spine decompresses
Hmm.
when you sleep, and again, it compresses throughout the day.
I sleep hanging upside down, so I don't know that that's true for me.
All right.
Sorry,
Is that over the bed or in a closet?
I'm not going to tell you.
There you go.
That-
All right. Most supermarket wasabi isn't wasabi at all. It is just green. It is just horseradish dyed green.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So choose your wasabi carefully.
Is St. Patrick's Day
There you go.
stuff?
Exactly. Yes. Yes. All right. From the do you know to our word of the day. Today's word is biophilia. I feel like Alan Ludden on the password. Password is
Yeah,
biophilia.
that's right.
Anyone care to offer a suggestion on the meaning? And I will use it. Okay.
I'd say love of life. Something to that effect.
You're in the right ball.
Bio.
Okay, yeah. Biophilia. Biophilia.
Hmm.
It is love or empathy with nature and all living things. To use in a sentence, the wraparound porch has a biophilic theme with its abundance of greenery and canopy chairs.
Wow.
See,
Cool.
Charlie's always amazed at what I
am amazed.
See, that's the kind of fun we have here.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So time to dive into what's happening around the peaks. And our first up is Charlie Chambers had quite an interview with Rob Adriel, the director of the UPass Historical Society. Throw him right there.
I had to do that myself because you had some other thing going on. And I'll tell you what, Tom, don't do that to me again.
Tell us a little about the interview and, what you and Rob talked about for a few minutes. It was a very enlightening interview. It was long, but it was good.
Well, so with the UPass Historical Society, we have had 2 previous documentaries, one about the dude ranches in the region and the mighty Midland train that built the towns all the way up to the pass. The director of that was Rob Adriel, and he's going to be directing our next upcoming documentary, which is going to be about the extraordinary women, and you might be one of them, in the Pikes Peak region. No, really, he is. He's coming in March. He's going to do pre-production. We're going to talk with the writers. He's going to see sites where we're going to film. It's going to be great. And that was basically the whole interview.
Okay.
And he's excited to come back. He's an old mountain man himself.
All right. Good. All right. And that interview can, of course, be found on our Teletime website, our social media, Facebook, YouTube, Apple, and the website itself. Spotify. Thank you very much. I brain farted.
But you got to understand another thing. That was remote. He called in from Southern Florida, and his side of it, reception, was not real good. So we got through it, and you can get through it and understand it, but it's not the high quality that Tom Seehafer usually does.
Us, what we do.
We, monsieur. Yeah.
All right, moving on. Teller County Sheriff Office has brought Colorado Life Track to Teller County. It's no cost to assist residents who have medical conditions that may cause them to wander off. So yeah, give the Sheriff's Office a call to get more information on that. The Sheriff's Office is also holding a CPR, AED, and first aid class February 27th at 5:30 at the Sheriff's Office. Cost is $31. And again, call soon to reserve your spots. Okay, those classes fill up fast. The Cripple Creek Heritage Center will be hosting Cripple Creek Art Alliance for their annual Ice Festival Art Show, February 14th through the 22nd from 10 to 5 p.m. Okay, I don't know if anyone's aware, we now have a mobile library service that is available.
Yeah.
If you need books or e-material, you can call 719-687-9281 for more information. And libraries are really coming to life out here, all of them. Divide Library up on the corner of 24 and 67 just had their grand opening last week. with a phenomenal turnout from what I hear.
It was.
There was approximately, according to Charlie, he said about 150, 200 people there.
That was just when they opened the doors. For the whole day, it was packed. I can't tell you. There must have been hundreds. I hate to totally guess, but yeah, it was, I mean, every hour there was, they filled up the parking lot. It just kept coming. It was fantastic.
Good. So it's a nice little spot. If you haven't been, please check out the libraries. The one down here in Woodland Park is phenomenal. Also, some great equipment they have down here. Jack Dempsey Days is coming to the Double Eagle Casino in Cripple Creek, June 20th and 21st.
Are you going to be boxing?
Not at this fight. No. Kid Blackie Boxing Club, which is a program in Cripple Creek, Victor, is holding the event, and it's going to be presenting a historic pro and boxing event honoring Colorado's own Jack Dempsey and his rise from the mines of Cripple Creek to a heavyweight. Not many people knew that Jack Dempsey grew up here, and actually he was up in Cripple Creek, so that's a little bit of history here. Pet food distribution will be February 23rd from 2 to 5 p.m. at the Little Chapel of the Hill in Divide. Okay. St. Patrick's Day is coming up with a parade happening March 14th, starting at noontime. It will also include a photo scavenger hunt at Woodland Park, and they're looking for sponsorships and participants. So if you are interested, call Mickey at 719-210-4183. Okay, we have our first daddy-daughter dance of the year coming up. It's happening March 14th, 5:30 to 8 p.m. at the Impact Church. Okay, we talked about the moose is loose, and he is going crazy, or she, or they, or whatever we want to call the moose, so no one gets offended. So, I don't know, is a moose an it?
No,
it's a they, it's a he, it's a
actually,
she.
It's got antlers.
It's antlers.
So it has to be a man.
All right, there's a bit.
No, I don't.
Okay, so antlers depict a male persona.
Yes.
But they are kicking it off on February 14th, which is this Saturday, happens to be Valentine's Day. Also, if y'all have forgotten Valentine's Day, husbands, men, boys, you better get on it right quick.
That's right.
Otherwise, someone's going to be in the doghouse big time. All right, so we got the kicking it off on the 14th. We got a coffee crawl February 21st and an art walk and paint the town February 28th with a scavenger hunt. Okay, the entire week from February 14th to March 1st. For more information, go to Moose is Loose Sale. That's all one word, mooseislooseSale.com. History buffs may be interested in listening to last week's Teller podcast.
Week before.
Okay, that's right. We skipped a week. But we had Freddie Beck and her brother, Eric, talking about the history of the Herman Youth Ranch for boys and girls right here in Woodland Park. So, yeah, check it out. Again, more information. And we're trying to bring to life the Historical Society and what actually was happening in the past before we all got here. So it's some quite informative information.
The tagline is, if you don't know where you've been, you don't know where you're going.
And enjoying the journey. It's the journey.
It's the journey.
It is the journey. And this is going to be some heck of a journey here. All right. This is a good one. I'm sure some of you saw the latest Budweiser commercial, and I felt the need to delve into the core meaning of the commercial. And to no surprise, it's about unity, resilience, and shared American identity expressed through the Clydesdale and the All Eagle. Have you caught that commercial yet, Charles?
Yes. It was extraordinary.
Got goosebumps. It has tears coming to your eyes. It's the story of a baby foal and an eaglet, each vulnerable at first. Both are learning from each other. And then what that means, it's signaling mutual support across generations and differences.
Yeah.
Their bond maturing into a soaring, almost mythical moment with the Clydesdale appearing Pegasus-like as the eagle takes flight, reinforcing the idea that America's strength comes from lifting one another up. That's a big word right there, lifting each other up in small communities, big communities everywhere. School boards, groups, everyone just working together to, make everything work. And again, a lot of this seems to be the focus for the kids, talking about the kids, reinforcing the next, group that's getting older and going to be stepping into our shoes. So
why don't you talk? You just put out a thing for teens. Why don't you mention?
Teen Awareness Violence Dating Month is this month, which is February. And yes, I just did a short little YouTube video, Facebook video. So you can go to, actually, it is right on Teller Time. They post it on Teller Time. So you're going to find it there. It's got some interesting information, some awareness. And that's about, again, with martial arts and everything that I do, it's raising your awareness and not taking anything for granted and not living in fear and not being paranoid, but just think about your actions, and the actions have repercussions. But go to Teller Time, look it up. It's a very short video, but I think you'll find it's very impactful. I had a good meaning and a good message. So yeah, Charlie, thank you for, opening that up and bringing that to light. But yeah, the Budweiser commercial, like we said, it's going to give you goosebumps. It's going to bring a tear to your eyes. Okay. So to wrap up another fantastic Teller Time podcast, here's something to ponder. In a world that's louder than ever, we rise strongest when we rise together. All right. Thank you, everyone, for spending a little time with us, whether it was on Spotify, YouTube, Apple, or Facebook. This is Teller Time. And remember, the obstacle is the way. Charlie?
Thanks again, Doc. Really enjoyed having you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate y'all.